We move on to question number 13. It reads, write down the first three terms of the sequence UR, where UR is equal to 2 open bracket 1/3 to the power of R. So R is going to be found U1. You put 1 on R, you get 2 open bracket 1/3 to the power of 1. This is the first term, which can be simplified as 2/3, something like this. Then the second term is U2. To find U2, you put 2 on R, so it's 2 open bracket 1/3 to the power of 2. This can be simplified as 2 open bracket 1 squared is 1, 3 squared is 9. So this can be simplified as 2 over 9. We are now on U3. To find U3, you put 3 on R, right? Open bracket 1/3 to the power of 3, which is equal to 3 open bracket. 1 to the power of 3 is 1. 3 to the power of 3, you get 27. So this can be reduced again. Since 3 into 27 is 9, you get 1/9, something like this. So we have 2/3, we have 2/9, we have 1/9, something like that, right? You get yourself your marks. Then we move on to item 2. Find the value of n, right? For which summation, they are saying summation here of R is equals to 1 up to n, right? Then we have 2 open bracket 1/3 to the power of R is equals to 80 over 81. They want you to find the value of n, right? So you can start the sequence. You can notice that this is a geometrical progression with a common ratio of 1/3. Since if you divide the second term with the first term, you get 1/3. If you divide the third term with the second term, you get 1/3. So this is a GP. The common ratio is 1/3. So the first term is denoted as A, which is 2/3. Then the common ratio is 1/3. I hope you are following. So you simply find the sum of GP and equate it to 80 over 81, since this is summation. So for GP, you are saying A, open bracket 1, minus R to the power of n, divided by 1 minus R. This is the sum of the first n terms for a GP. Equate this with 80 over 81. I hope you are following, class. Right. So you are putting 2/3 on A. You get 2/3 open bracket. 1 minus R is 1/3. You put 1/3 on R. You raise this with n. You close your bracket. I hope you are following, class. Then on the denominator, you write 1 minus R is 1/3. Equate this with 80 over 81. Right. So what is 1 minus 1/3? 1 minus 1/3 is equal to 2/3. So since 1 minus 1/3 is equal to 2/3, it simply means that these 2/3 and 1 minus 1/3 are going to cancel off each other, since they are equivalent, since they are equal terms. I hope you are following, right? So you are now left out with 1 minus 1/3 to the power of n is equal to 80 over 81. Right? Move 80 over 81 to the left side. You get 1 minus 80 over 81 is equal to 1/3 to the power of n. I hope you are listening, class. So 1 is good as 81 over 81. So 81 over 81 minus 8 over 81, you'll be left out with the 1 over 81, which is equal to 1/3 to the power of n. I hope you are following. So create same base both sides. 80 over 81 can be written as 1 over 3 to the power of 4. So you can write 1 over 81 as 1/3 to the power of 4 is equals to 1/3 to the power of n. Since 3 to the power of 4 is 81. Now that we have same base both sides, we ignore the bases. It means we concentrate on the powers. So therefore, 4 is equals to n is your answer. Then you are home and dry. I hope you are listening. Let us move on to part B of the question. Right? It reads, the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic progression is 3 over 2n squared minus 2n. Find the first 3 terms of the progression. Right, so to find the first 3 terms of the progression, we first of all need to identify the values of n, the values of the common difference. I hope you are following. Right, so the formula for AP, the summation formula for AP is n over 2, open bracket 2a plus d n minus 1. This is the formula for AP. I'm going to equate this with the sum given, 3 over 2n squared minus 2n, something like this. I hope you are following. Right. Removing the fractions, we can make use of 2 as our lowest common multiple. Then multiply both sides with the 2. So I'm going to multiply here with the 2. Then you also multiply the right side with 2. So you'll be left out with the n, open bracket, 2a plus d, open bracket, n minus 1. Then here, 3 over 2 times 2, we have 3n squared minus 2 times minus 2, you get minus 4n, something like this. I hope you are following, class. Right, so I'm now removing the bracket on the left. You get 2 an, right, plus n times d, you get dn times n, it's dn squared. N times d, you get dn times minus 1, you get minus dn is equals to 3n squared minus 4n, something like this. So to find d and a, we equate the coefficients. So here I'm going to start by equating the coefficients of n squared. The coefficient of n squared on the left side is d. Then the coefficient of n squared on the right side is 3. So our common difference is 3. I hope you are following, class. Right? Then to find a, I'm going to equate the coefficient of n both sides. The coefficient of n on the left, you have 2a and minus d. We have 2a and minus d. Then the coefficient of n on the right side, we have minus 4. I hope you are following. So since d is 3, you are now saying 2a minus 3 is equals to minus 4. You get 2a is equals to minus 4 plus 3. I hope you are following. You get 2a is equals to minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. Divide both sides by 2. It gives you a is equals to minus half. Now that we have the first term and the common difference, it is now easy to find the first 3 terms, right? So the nth term for arithmetic progression is un is equals to a plus d, open bracket, n minus 1. So to find u1, you put minus half on a, right? Plus D is 3, open bracket. This is 1. So you put 1 on N, 1 minus 1. So since 1 minus 1 is 0, it means your first term is minus half. Then to find your second term, which is U2, you are saying minus half on A plus 3 on D. Then you write 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So it's now 3 minus half. 3 minus half is 2,5, which is good as 5/2. I hope you are following. Then to find U3, you are saying minus half plus 3, open bracket, 3 minus 1. Then you can punch this in your calculator. You get 5.5, which is good as 11/2. Then you are home and dry. Let us move on to part 2 of the question. Find the nth term of the progression, right? So remember, the nth term is U, right? N is equals to A plus D, open bracket, N minus 1. So you simply substitute on A, you put minus half. Then on D, you put 3. Then you write N minus 1. You are home and dry. So this is the nth term required. I hope you are listening, class.